White Forest has really been surprising me out here. Make sure you guys smash some crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. Now, this is definitely a regional breakdown for you today. You had 2 Ryzeal and 2 Maliss in this top cut. Now, there's nothing really surprising about that. What's very hilarious is the Maliss were like the back end of the regional. Like, they were 7th and 8th place. Like, they were struggling out here to actually find a spot in this meta, which it's been a very cool story to be seeing. Maliss's decline in this current format has been very, very nice to see. We also had the unbridled power of Blue Eyes White Dragon, and you guys said Blue Eyes wasn't going to perform. Oh man, I truly love seeing that Blue Eyes has just gone above and beyond what we were, initially expecting out here for a lot of the meta. Good stuff, man. Now, to an actual big surprise to me, we actually had Yubel making a guest appearance out here. Yubel's been kind of slinking around a little bit in this meta. Not like in a bad way. The deck still has some major problems. Like, if you're sitting here, you're like, oh, Yubel's, it's just an offside. A little bit actually. It's still got some pretty cool tricks, and we'll get into deck list here in a second. You'll kind of see what I mean when I say that this deck still has some pretty cool things going about it. We also had your White Forest deck, which ended up winning this event, which, good stuff, man. If a good White Forest deck shows up piloting this deck, I don't think a lot of people really know how to play against it, and it's kind of interesting. And then we also had a Fire King deck showing up out here at the end of all of this. Definitely, it's been nice to see Fire King actually having a nice consistent record out here and actually kind of showing to people, hey, this deck is very real. This deck can actually do things, and it's been good to see. Let's pass on over to deck list. So starting things off here, we have our White Forest special, and yes, we are doing the toy box stuff in here. I personally think that the toy box stuff is a pretty important part of this deck. It allows this deck, a good, consistent ground to, go through. You're doing 1 toy soldier, 1 toy tank. This is good enough. The job for this is to put the bodies on the field and allow you to step through and do additional combo lines. I know a lot of people don't really like the toy box stuff, which is understandable, but I think we've seen pretty much a more successful run with this stuff. Also, we are doing the Queen Asmina in here, actually. This is kind of a little bit refreshing as well. I know, obviously, post going forward, things are going to get a lot better in terms of that. And then, of course, why, hello there. Good old Saint Asmina actually showing up back here as well. Huh. I'm kind of enjoying this, actually. Good stuff to actually see in White Forest take down an event. Next up here, wow, Fire King was in 2nd place out here. Now, I'm not really shocked about that either. Dinka really showed the world that this deck is really good. You do see the extras with the Pot of Prosperity in here for the filtering options. Your side deck down here actually, giving you ground for the Chaos Hunter anti-meta bash, those Phantasmata draw cards, and yeah, your extra deck's a little bit more heavy on the, big end of things, but I think that that's fine. That's kind of what you would be expecting out here in terms of, the large whys of things. So, good stuff overall. I mean, this deck, it's all about controlling the opponent. So many people don't respect how good Garunix actually is right now. That's why a deck like this just gets the chance to show up into the meta and plow through boards, man. And once again, if you're not ready for that, that's the kind of situation you're just going to find yourself in. Absolutely devastated. Ooh, here's our Yubel list. Now, obviously, there had to be a Fiendsmith package in here, right? There has to be. If you're playing something Fiend Toolbox related, you're going to be doing this. Also, only 2 Engraver in here. Somebody's preparing for a future ban list out here in which, adjusting some of those ratios. 2 Spirit Yubel, which I think is fine. Also, only 1 Tract. I feel like some days Tract can actually be a terrible card, so I can understand wanting to cut back on that. You've got the double Nightmare Pain, your triple Throne. Bestial count's a little bit low. Also, being able to play the double Dark Beckoning Beast, no Chaos Summoning Beast. I know a few people are kind of attached to that card still, but it's not really that good. You're relying on bad cards to kind of try to make your deck look a little bit better in the long run. So I think that this, with 3 of these, is good enough. You're just making sure that the deck can actually do what it needs to do. Next up here, oh wow, we have some pure Ryzeal action for you. I guess if you're playing pure Ryzeal now, your objective with the deck is you need to be playing board breakers in order to actually, you know, play the game. Now, I'm not saying that the deck is dead. No. You just got to really work on what you're going for here. So 6 Book of Moons, looking pretty good. Also double Metal Tronius, feeling a little bit better. Also, hi, White Binder. Obviously Bucephalus is, you know, your throwdown target for this. But, you know, you've also got the Garua in here as well to kind of clean up anything that your opponent might actually be trying to throw at you. This is quite nice, actually. I think for a pure Ryzeal list showing up, that this is good. Also, double Saki Tama. The fact that he had the room, or they had the room for this, is quite impressive, actually. Okay. Next up is Blue Eyes White Dragon. We're back on this Jet Dragon stuff, man. I'm not a huge fan of the Jet Dragon, but I guess in terms of, you know, having the extra little body to toggle through, like, this is fine. Also doing the triple Neo Kaiser Seahorse. I also am not a fan of playing this. I understand, like, this does kind of, like, hard jump you into some major synchros, I guess. If you really, really want to go down that route. We are actually, holy crap, we're actually doing triple Primite Roar in here. So this is actually kind of cool. We're not even doing, like, the crazy end of the Primite stuff. We're just doing the Primite Roars to get the Blue Eyes onto the field here so we can, you know, go up and do what we need to do. We are doing Synchro Rumble, which we've definitely been seeing. This card, it's been doing a lot of amazing things. Also, this extra deck evidently is only 14 cards, so I guess you can slot in something else that you might actually be missing. Okay. Next up here, we have Mitsurugi. Holy crap. Okay, so we're doing the 1 Kusanagi, your 2 Sajis. I feel like this has become more normal. Wait, hold on here. We're only doing the 2 Ame no Murakumo. This list totally gutted out, actually playing the other Futsu. So I actually think that that's pretty nice. We've talked about that card. It's been a little bit of a brick over time. It has definitely made me not want to play this deck in terms of its ratios and things like that. So that's kind of nice. Still doing all the standard ratios for the rest of this. 1 cross. Down here in the side deck, I mean, you've got 3 Meows and you've got 3 Perulia. This deck is finding every possible Charmy that it can to help it out and actually, you know, do the thing. Also, you know, we're main decking Bestials as well. So, I mean, you have every responsive potential card that you need to check your opponent and actually do your thing. All right. Next up here, we have Maliss. I cannot wait for this deck to actually evolve. You know, this deck has become so afraid of Detonator out here that it actually has to main deck the Metal Troniuses, or else it's just going to find itself in such a bad position. And that's actually freaking hilarious to be thinking about out here. Also, Change of Heart, I guess this is actually kind of funny because you can just steal your opponent's monster with Change of Heart and then immediately link it off. So you've got, you know, plenty of generic methods down here in order to just take something that your opponent has for you. Also, this is unironically a thrust target, which is hilarious to be thinking about. So interesting tech choice out here. You also do see these side deck shifters down here. I too love the ability to, you know, shifter my opponent and actually ruin their entire day. Truthfully, this list is actually kind of cool. It's very standard looking on the surface, you know, with the Bestials and interactions, but when you're getting down in here into the tech choices, okay. And our last list here, oh man, what a shift. We're main decking them shifters so that we can actually control the opponent. Pretty standard stuff. You also do see the Metal Tronius is in here, going with 2 Perulia in the main, no Fuas. Probably a budgetary option, and that's fine. You do see we are doing 1 Tack Talents in the main. And of course, another list actually playing this Change of Heart stuff. I like this. This is cute and funny, and actually, you know, puts a little bit of a smile on my face for the ideas that you can actually do. But I like this. This is kind of cool. So what do you guys think about all of the cool ideas that this list is bringing to the table? Please, comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.